might prefer it if you just left that painting alone, please. Don't ask why.
Oh, I don't have to. The answer is painfully obvious. After all these years, you still haven't gotten over the death of your first wife.
That's not true, Judith.
Judith, I'm Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, I mean, that was Judith and you're Elizabeth. It's an honest mistake. It happens.
Anthony, I demand that you explain your phobia of this portrait.
Very well, if you insist. Judith died 10 years ago today in this very room.
Did she die of natural causes?
Yes, she took a nasty fall down that flight of stairs and broke her neck.
You call that natural causes?
Well, of course. I mean, you take a nasty fall and break your neck, naturally it causes you to die. It was the night of Judith's and my anniversary, and we'd planned to celebrate the evening by going dancing. Out of nostalgia, Judith donned her original wedding gown, and as I walked through the door, she rushed down the steps to surprise me, tripped, and we buried her in that very same gown.
My love, what does that have to do with the portrait?
There's an old superstition that when a person dies unexpectedly, their spirit remains somewhere at the scene, restless, troubled, even hostile.
Oh, Anthony, wherever Judith is, I'm sure that she's quite happy that you found someone else.
I doubt that. She's probably insane with jealousy.
That's the struck. That's the Chopin piece your late wife was so fond of playing. After her tragedy, you claimed its performance was a no-no.
I'd best adjourn upstairs to try to get some writing done.
Yes, darling, you do that. Miss Blasco, this painting is starting to have an unhealthy influence on this family. Help me remove it, please.
Madame, you mustn't disturb that portrait. But can't you see? It's managed to capture Mrs. Strack's very soul.
But I am Mrs. Strack.
This is a story entitled The Body. Charlie Walker looked down upon his brother's lifeless form in awe. The undertaker had indeed done a meticulous job in making Charlie's brother appear seemingly alive and capable of movement. Well, dang, that wouldn't frighten anybody.
Master Strack.
Miss Blasco, you know I am never to be interrupted while I'm writing.
Master Strack, forgive the intrusion, but it's an emergency. Master Strack, listen to me or else.
All right, I guess I can spare a moment.
Something we've always feared has happened.
Edgar has discovered the 976 numbers?
No. Your new wife has disturbed Mrs. Strack's portrait. I had no chance to stop her.
Elizabeth! What do you think you're doing?
I'm saving our marriage. I'm through living in the shadow of another woman.
But why? You do it so well. Keep that away from the fire if you're in the mood to burn a painting. There's a Leroy Neiman upstairs. Suitable for flaming.
I have no intention of burning this painting. I plan to hang it in another room until such time as everyone here is referring to me as your wife instead of the person in this portrait. This can't be the portrait I was holding. Oh, my God.
Talk about the classic example of what's wrong with this picture.
Mommy!
Cindy, what's the matter?
Mommy, the piano's playing. How about it, Sophie, hear it?
Is there a problem?
Cindy heard some piano playing. Obviously, it's just Anthony downstairs, honey.
Not true. My father's in his study writing, and he doesn't want to be disturbed, although he has been for years.
What's happening?
Miss Blasco, should you be wearing an outfit like that in front of young Edgar?
Why not? He bought it for me. Wait. Listen. That sounds like the late Mrs. Streck playing.
My mother?
I'm the late Mrs. Strack. I'm the present Mrs. Strack. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Mommy!
Is anybody there?
Yes, I'm right behind you.
Mommy!
Elizabeth!
I'll call an ambulance.
No. It's too late. She's dead.
Oh.
Oops, sorry, my mistake. Call the ambulance, call the ambulance. I jumped the gun, everybody. It happens.
Just going to need you to sign right here, Mr. Strack. Thanks for the autograph, man. I love your stuff, man. This is great.
Anthony, in your lifetime, have you ever heard voices?
All the time. When people talk.
Mrs. Streck. Young Edgar was not in his room. All I found was this.
I've run away. Goodbye, Edgar.
Anthony, what's your opinion of this?
Succinct and brimming with suspense. The boy certainly takes after me.
But Mrs. Streck, how could you
I
say that?
think I know where he's gone. Edgar? Edgar, I know you're here. Edgar. Edgar, coming here in the middle of the night isn't necessary to prove to the world how much you miss your mother.
You don't miss her at all. That's why you married someone else.
Nothing could be further from the truth. Listen. A wise man named Hippocrates once said, "Through tragedy, we learn. All roads of learning begin in darkness and go out into the light." Now, it's taken 10 years of darkness for me to learn that light is Elizabeth. I loved your mother, but the reality is there's no bringing her back, and according to all reports, I'm very much alive, so while I'm still here, don't you love me enough to wish me a little happiness?
Yeah. Love you very much, Dad.
You know, this isn't exactly my idea of visiting a theme park.
Mine either. I'm Paul, the groundskeeper of this place. Who are you?
I'm Anthony Strack, and this is my son, Edgar. Forgive us if we were trespassing.
Anthony Strack? I'm your biggest fan. Your books have really blown my mind over the years.
I can see that.
Hey, you want to go on a tour of the premises? I can show you the grave of a guy that drowned in a vat of peanut butter. And when they buried him, he stuck to the roof of the coffin.
It sounds delightful. But we really must be going. Excuse us.
How come whenever a guy like me sees something like this, he's always alone?